Good morning, First Hour Math. I'm going to get you started on today's work. Go to Schoology. And then go ahead and go to this Math 6, Week 2, Monday, April 13th. Today we're focusing on angles. So go ahead and grab the attachment, put it into Notability, exit, Alright, so today, Monday, April 13th, we are going to focus on angles. So what we are going to do is right now there's a little review. So you may have remembered from 5th grade, there's some different angle terms that we use. The first one is called acute. And I think of this one as like, oh, it's little, it's a cute little angle, like a cute puppy. So it's a cute little angle, and that's how I remember it's the smaller angle, acute. The right angle is always going to have this square to represent that it is a right angle. And we'll talk about what that means. Then an obtuse angle is a big, wide open one. The obtuse is the very wide angle. So today we're going to talk about the different types of angles. So again, we said the acute little angle. In your notes, you can add that acute angle is between 0 and 90 degrees. Okay, so any type of angle that's between 0 and 90. The right angle is the one that goes exactly up and across and has this little square. So a right angle is exactly 90 degrees. Then when we look at an obtuse angle, that is between 90 and 180 degrees. Also, when we get into angles, you'll see the degrees word is represented by this little symbol. So as we start to work through our problems, you'll see degrees. We use a symbol that looks like that. Similar to the temperature outside, that's the same type of symbol used for degrees. So the first definition we are going to talk about is called a complementary angle. So practice saying complementary. That is when two angles are added, so we plus them together. And when we add them together, they equal to 90 degrees. I have degrees right there. 90 degrees. The other thing to remember with complementary, Ms. Toivola showed me this, and it's a great way to remember complementary is 90. See the C and the O at the beginning of complementary? If I make that C into a 9, this now tells me 90. So that's the other way to remember, it's 90 degrees with that word complementary. So in my example, again, I know that it's a complementary angle because we have this little square here. It shows me 90 degrees. And when I add the two measurements up, 30 plus 60, I get 90. The other degrees we're going to look at today is called supplementary. So if you say that with me, supplementary. Supplementary angles are when you add two angles. So again, we're going to add them, and it's going to get us to 180 degrees. So again, supplementary, the other thing to remember was supplementary. And when we look at 180 degrees, you're going to see that it is straight across. So here's my example. You'll notice here's a straight across angle. And when I add these two up, I have 110. plus 70, it's going to get me to 180 degrees. So supplementary is straight. So again, I think of S supplementary, S for straight. And that is going to give me 180 degrees. Pause now and make sure your notes are filled in from what I just shared. So next we're going to look at our second note pages, and we're going to look at finding the missing angle. So if we have an image that's missing an angle, how do we figure out what that angle would be? So step one that we're going to talk about is you need to figure out first if it is complementary or supplementary. And remember, if it's complementary, then we're looking for it to be 90 degrees. Supplementary will be 180 degrees. And then this will give you the total angle amount. So that'll tell me how much the angle will be worth. Step two, we're going to take that total angle amount, so whatever we found out from step one, if it was 90 or 180, and we are going to subtract. So we're going to subtract the angle that we do know. So there's going to be information that we know. It's kind of like a puzzle. We're going to figure out what we're missing. So when I look at this first angle, I'm wondering, is it complementary or supplementary? So I know that this is supplementary. It's straight across. We talked about S straight. So the whole thing's going to be 180 degrees. So now I can take that information and I can say 180, and we're going to take away what we do know. We already know that there's 125 degrees right here. So we can subtract that, and that is going to give us what is left over. So in my calculator, I have 180 subtract, what was my angle? 125. And so 55 should be my answer. I'm correct. I got 55. So we know that the angle B that's missing is 55 degrees. So I'm going to put it there. I'm going to also put it here so I remember that information, because sometimes we're going to be finding more than one angle that's missing. So this angle that was missing then is 55 degrees. So next, the other piece from today. So after we took all this information, we learned some new things. We made sure we understood what the following words were, which was acute, right, and obtuse. The other new words today were complementary and supplementary. That's going to help us now to do our homework for today. And this is an assignment that you will submit back. Yours is correct, saying Monday practice. This is an edited video. Once done, make sure to screenshot it and submit it to Schoology. The first thing I want you to do is just tell me what type of angle each of these are. So again, if you're not sure, go back to your notes. The degrees are there, and tell me if it's acute, right, or obtuse. Second thing today, find the missing angle. So similar to what we did is you're going to look at these angles and decide, is it complementary or supplementary? And then from there, subtract the information you know. So they gave an example. I'm going to go over it with you. The sum of the measures, this is a complementary angle. And remember what I said about complementary too, is I can take this C and make a 9, 0. So that tells me that this is 90 degrees. So down here, I have 71 plus angle A. So if I look at the picture, 71 plus A is going to give me 90 degrees total. So hey, back to our balancing equations. We don't know what A is, so we can draw a line down the middle. And I can take away that 71 degrees. Those cancel out. Take away 71 on this side. 90 minus 71. You subtract. Angle A then would be 19 degrees. So I'm going to go over here, angle A, right in 19 degrees. The last two you're going to do on your own. Once you're done, take a screenshot and submit that screenshot to Schoology for me. That's how you will get a grade for this assignment today. Good luck. Again, if you have any questions, reach out to me and I can help you out. Have a good day. Bye.